Hi guys, welcome to the ShareExcel tutorial for Google Sheets. ShareExcel is an add-on for Google Sheets to share your tables or data with Microsoft Excel users in Windows or Macintosh. To use ShareExcel, first you need to visit our website shareexcel.com and sign up for an account. After you sign up with your user ID and password, you can start to download ShareExcel for Windows, Microsoft Excel, or Macintosh Microsoft Excel, and install in your Excel. It will appear as an add-in in Excel. Now for Google Sheets, ShareExcel is an add-on which you install on your Google Sheet, and you can see a ShareExcel menu on the add-ons tab once you install ShareExcel. To start, you need to go to Setup to log in. I have already created a user called user1, and I will log in as user1 now. So once I log in, I can start to share my tables. To give you an example, if I have a table that I want to share with my colleagues or friends, so I will highlight the table. I go to Add-on, ShareExcel, and New Publication. I'll see a form with my user ID. Then I can start to add folders on top of my user ID. So in this case, I can add Demo. And then I can select Demo, and I start to give my table a name. Demo table. Notice that the table range has already been populated here because I have selected range in sheet 1, A2 to B5. I can give this demo table a description. Then I can enable live publish and save. Once I save, this table will be saved in this worksheet, and the table will be published to my server. And I can start to subscribe to my table. So if I want this table to appear in from cell A13, I go to Add-on, ShareExcel, New Subscription. Again, I will see a similar form with my user ID. But this time, I will see the folder Demo and Demo table. Click on the tables that you want to subscribe to, and you can see that the table range is A13. I can click Live Subscribe, enable Live Subscribe, and save. Once I save, the table will appear on my spreadsheet. So this is how you share data for ShareExcel between spreadsheets. But obviously, in this example, I'm sharing with myself, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So how do you share data with other users? You need to go to Setup, Permissions, search for users. So I have already given user 2 permission. So now I can also add user 3 as one of the users who can see my tables and apply. So now, let me log in as user 2. When I log in as user 2, when I want to make any publication, I will not be able to see users 1's table because I'm user 2. So I have my own space of tables. I can recreate my own folders and tables and publish them to other users because I'm now user 2. But because user 1 has already granted permission to user 2, and now I'm logging as user 2, when I go to new subscription, instead of just seeing user 2, I can also see user 1. And I can see the tables that user 1 has published. So I can select demo table again, and I can transpose the table also if I want, and I can save the data. So the data will appear on my spreadsheet. This is how you share table or data between yourself and your friends or colleagues by giving them permissions. You can also log in as multiple users to give permissions to several users or several groups. So if I log in as user 2 and user 1 and user 2, I can have different permissioning space. So because I'm actually user 1 and user 2, so you will not see user 2 here, although user 1 already granted permission to user 2. Because once you are user 1 and 2, both user 1 and user 2 have already granted each other permission. So in my permission space, user 1 has granted permission to user 3, but user 2 has not granted any permissions to any user. So user 2 can grant permission to another user by adding them and apply. So in this way, you can actually share your data with different groups of users. Next, let me introduce you the live publish and live subscribe mechanism. Remember, when we publish, we enable live publish and we enable live subscribe. So when I have created these publications and these subscriptions, I can start to live publish and live subscribe. So maybe in my spreadsheet, I'm live publishing. At my colleague's spreadsheet, he is live subscribing. So when I do this, when I change data, on my spreadsheet, it will appear in the subscription tables after a few seconds. So I can stop publishing and stop subscribing. I can also publish one time or subscribe one time. Then, how do you manage your tables? You can manage your tables by going to manage tables. Note that we have made one publication called demo table, but we have created two subscriptions called demo table as well. So you can edit or delete the tables if you need to. So this is how you use ShareExcel to share data with your friends or colleagues. Thank you very much.